Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the SRA MS Awareness Gen 6 Series takes two Auto Club California style. This is the way to go right here. They will be turning 100 laps here tonight, so it's going to be a long race for the guys. And from what I'm getting, it's a little on the slick side out there, so we got to be very careful. So, all right, well, thank you for joining us, folks. We appreciate that very much. If it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, please do subscribe. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. We're about 5 minutes away from qualifying. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere, folks. There will be open qualifying for tonight's event. They do run open qualifying in all races here at SRA except for super speedways. They run single car qualifying for that. No resets on the cars at all. If you get damage on the car, you sit on pit road and get it fixed up. Last night we've seen quite a few drivers out of the truck race here for SRA. And oh, hey, thanks, Sean. Yeah, we will have fun, brother. We will. Yeah, thank you. Sean Williams gave me a little poke there in TeamSpeak, telling me to have fun tonight. I don't know where the heck he went. Where the heck did he go? Running a Taylor Swift car. I don't know. Let's see if we can find him on the track here. No, he's not on the track, but he's on pit road. Taylor Swift. There he goes. He's out. Just don't damage Taylor Swift's pretty face there, Sean. All right, just 2 minutes left till qualifying, folks. Got time to step away and grab you something to drink, a refreshment, beverage of some type, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and grab you a snack and be ready for the duration here. 100 laps tonight, 2-mile oval. So they're going to be doing 200 miles. So long race ahead of these guys. Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, well, I've been on the portal for quite some time, so got a lot of races up there on the portal. Let's see, Sunday night, Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night.
Almost
We're up
got them
on
all covered, don't you?
just about. Yep. Tuesday night they won't let anybody up on the portal, and I could put something up there Saturday night, but that's my night off.
You got to have one night to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
We got about 30 seconds left here in practice, Rudy. It's good to see you again, man. It's good to be back in the saddle with you. It's been a minute.
Heck yeah, man. Good to have you back.
And here for race number 2 is season number 11 here at SRA. I tried to catch up with the opener there at Daytona last week, but I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. So,
yeah. All right, well,
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna step away and play our national anthem, and we'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, we are back, and qualifying is underway. We've got quite a few qualifiers. Looks like about 11 or 12 of them here that have turned in time so far. A lot of them have not. It's going to be a big field here tonight. I think 25 drivers plus, somewhere along in there. So
I'm seeing 32 of them out there.
Holy smokes, they love more have come in then. Okay. I know we had a big field last night, too. We had about that many, 31, 32 drivers, and we lost, I think, about 11 drivers last night. I don't know. Some of them got into wrecks. Some of them just quit. So, I don't know. People got other things
I'm
to
sure
do.
We'll lose a few tonight.
Yep. No doubt. Well, you weren't running down through the points so far?
I'll just say let's cover the points real quick. Basically, the top 10 from race number 1. Bobby Zielinski won that race at Daytona. Jared Darling finished second. Lachlan McMillan tied for third, actually, in the points due to bonus points and stuff with Kyle Poots. Freddie De La Rosa's in fifth. There's a tie for sixth between Bobby Cheney and David Schutt. Jarrett Schwartz is back there in eighth. Tyler Ducharme ninth, and Eric Sable rounds out the top 10 for race number 2 of season number 11 here in SRA.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a decent race here tonight. Now, these guys run fixed setups. There is a fixed setup for this. It was funny because Josh Medlock, which I think he's in here tonight, he said that there wasn't a setup for it. And I said, what? For Auto Club? It's got to be. And he said, no, man, I've looked. Well, it's not listed under Auto Club. It's listed under California.
Yeah.
So
been that way for a long time.
Yeah, he finally found it. And I should have remembered that when he said something to me about it. I should have remembered that because I remember one other time I was looking for a setup. I'm not sure what car it was, but and here it was listed under California, and I think you're the one that told me that.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I asked.
I've known that forever from
Yeah.
racing Auto Club all the time in the IndyCar series.
Yep. Yeah, we're ready to go. MS awareness, folks. If you go to simracingauthority.com's website, there is a donate button that goes directly to the MS awareness website, or to their. It goes right to them. It does not go through Sim Racing Authority. The donation would go right to MS awareness. But if you feel like you could, might want to donate a little bit of money to them. Just head over to simracingauthority.com and click on that donate button and donate to MS Awareness. Be very much appreciated.
Tell you what, I know all about MS, man. I've had some people in my family dealing with that, and man, that just breaks people down, and it happens fast.
Yep, sure does. Well, I know Bobby Cheney said his dad had it. And
oh, wow.
There's a few other members in the league here that they've got family members that have got it. He told me that. I was like, oh man, well, you just never know. Sometimes it, because like you said, it happens so fast. It just, when it comes on you, it just start, man, you degrade. Your body just degrades so quick.
Yep. So basically, you're pretty much frail, and ain't much they can do for you at that point. Not much they can do for you as you go along anyway. That's why, they need more research and more advanced, testing and science to get involved to try to advance the cure for that disease.
Yeah.
Because there really is no cure at this point. Oh, we got about 420 left here in qualifying, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Good to be back at the racetrack in Southern California. I love this place. One of my favorite places to race.
Yeah, it's
big, sweeping turns.
Yeah, big track. It's a sister track to Michigan, but just the characteristics of this track are just so much different than Michigan.
Oh yeah, especially during the day. This place is a little more, friendly like Michigan at night because it's a little easier to drive at the daytime. This place is a whole different monster. As we've been seeing in qualifying here, I've seen a lot of guys coming off too and just losing it, going down and pounding that inside wall.
Yep. Well, that's the way these guys like it. They like it wrecking loose, so they got their wish.
There's Josh Robin doing it as I speak.
Yep, and
Tyler Ducharme. Well, how about that? Tyler Ducharme sighting. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yep. Sean Williams is another one that just spun out. So yeah, there's a lot of people. It's going to be difficult. Hopefully they can get a grasp on it. There's another one spinning.
Freddie. Yeah, boy. Freddie doing it right at the entrance to pit road. There's a bunch of them.
Yep. I think turn 4 is going to be the nail biter tonight. Last night was turn 2, believe it or not.
If I'm looking at it, you'd think hockey season's still going on, but that ended last night.
Yep. Yeah, that was a bummer.
Oh, was that too soon, Rudy? I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. I'm not a hockey fan.
Yeah, that's what I told someone else that was been rooting for the Raiders that lives in Tennessee. I was like, now everybody can go back to not caring no more. Wonder if old LeBron's going to be able to pull something out of his magic bag tonight and keep that thing going.
I was, rooting for him. I was hoping they'd win, but I'm not a hockey fan. I was just rooting for him because I live in Tennessee.
I know. That's pretty much why the whole state was rooting for him, though. That was my point.
Yep.
All of a sudden, they beat the Blackhawks, and all of a sudden, everyone cared all of a sudden.
Yep.
Mark my words, you haven't heard the end of the Chicago Blackhawks.
I was looking today at the Stanley Cups that Pittsburgh's got. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they got a few. They've been a pretty good team over the years.
Yeah, let's see. There had to have been at least a dozen.
They're the first team since they installed the salary cup to win back-to-back championships. First time in 19 years.
Yeah, they got like about a dozen Stanley Cups. Oh my God, I
I
couldn't
don't
believe
know
it.
how many exactly, but I know they got a few.
Started back in like,
Uh,
God, I think it was 1929. They won their first one, something like that. It was back there. It was in the early 1900s when they won their first one.
Yeah, I don't think they were part of the original six, but I know that it goes way back. I just don't know like the history of the Penguins.
And they got one last year, and then won it again this year. Jeez, oh man, that's all that steel money. All
Yeah,
right.
they got a couple of them here in the last couple of years, and they got a couple in the '90s.
Okay, less than a minute left here in qualifying. It looks like Jared Darling is going to hold on to the pole. Wow, great job. I don't. Oh yeah, there is Bobby Zelensky. Yeah, okay. I was going to say I don't see Bobby Zelensky there, but
He's in there. He's the defending champ. He's got to be in there.
yeah. Well, he said he wasn't sure. You know, he's not sure how much of a full season he's going to be able to run in both series. So we'll have to see. You know, if he, gosh, I wouldn't think that he would want to miss out. But you know, with the Pro Series going on and all that, you know, sometimes they have things to do in the background we don't even know about. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap up qualifying, folks. That'll do it. Well, I guess they got another minute.
Yeah, because it was open qualifying, so it's the cool down period.
Yeah.
This would be like if they were on a road course, the cool down period they always have there. It's the same thing. But yeah, man, it's good to be back with you, and I look forward to calling this race here with you tonight. Well, we scheduled for 100 laps.
Yep. Oh, what's the track temperature, Scott? I forgot to look.
Track temperature is 105 degrees. It's default weather. 78 degrees is the actual temperature. 2-mile-an-hour wind to the north, 55% humidity, and it's got the track temperature at 105. So relatively cool for the track temperature.
Yeah, but it's still pretty warm.
Yeah, it is. It is, but we've seen far hotter. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're not dealing with anything too extreme. But as you see, you know, with this new tire model and this new build, they don't quite have a good grasp for it just yet. But
Yep.
I know these guys on Monday nights here at SRA. Once the green flag drops, you're going to be in for a show. So buckle up.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get them on the grid here, get everybody accounted for. All right, starting on the pole, Jared Darling. I think that's his first pole. Well, I don't think he had a pole last season at all. So this season, man, it's a way to start it out. So with a 39.214, congratulations to Jared for grabbing that pole. Tyler Ducharme starting on the outside. Alex Peck starting third. Bobby Zelensky fourth. Connor Anton fifth. Jonathan Shipman starting sixth. Ariotti seventh. Delonte Ballard eighth. Kyle Putz ninth. And Bobby Cheney rounds out the top 10. Scott?
Cody Miller would start 11th. Nicholas Caressels 12th. Josh Schwartz back there in 13th. Brian Johnson 14th. Kyle Trudel starts 15th. Freddie De La Rosa 16th. Josh Robbins 17th. Lachlan McMillan will roll off 18th tonight. Michael Lawler, the king, he'll start 19th. And Riley Wyans will start 20th. Go ahead and finish it out, Rudy.
Yep. Sean Williams 21st. Anthony Emery 22nd. Jonathan Cogswell 23rd. James Koulibaly. It's a tough one to get out, but Koulibaly, he will start 24th. David Shutt 25th. Josh Medlock 26th. Caleb Eisenhower, first one to not take a qualifying time, will start 27th. Zach Hudson 28th. Jarrett Schwartz 29th. Cedric Hunter 30th. Aaron Cummings 31st. Brian Wortman 32nd. And I don't think Jeff's in there, but we'll call him out. Jeff Dawson starting 33rd. I don't think he's turning a lap tonight. He went out and tested. He said, man, too slick for me.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Eisenhower, Dotson, or Hunter in the room. So I'm guessing those three have already put it on a hauler, and they're headed to the next racetrack.
Yes, sir. Big field, man.
In case everybody was wondering, they're headed to Vegas, the future home of the Raiders.
We may have a couple of other guys that did not start too. I don't see Cedric Hunter or Caleb Eisenhower. Now, I did see Cedric Hunter dropped out of TeamSpeak, so he may have had internet issues.
Yeah, and Eisenhower's not in there either.
Yep.
So I was saying those 3 aren't in there. So got 30 of them out there. 30 hot rods ready to go racing.
Very good. Very good.
I want to send a shout out to my mom if she's watching. Mom, glad you could tune in. I'm just going to say congratulations. We'll leave it at that because I know you haven't said anything yet, but congratulations. And anyone else I know that might be tuning in, including Brittany, hope you guys enjoy the race tonight.
We'll get them going, Scott. You've been away.
I
Hey,
can handle that.
time for you to step up here, buddy.
Time to jump back in double feet, right?
There you go.
Feet first.
There you go.
All right. We're ready to go racing here in Southern California at Auto Club. Hope you got yourself a full beverage and ready to go because these boys are. They always go on Monday nights and the pace car is off and it's showtime.
Ready,
And they waited for the green flag to come out and we are racing here at Auto Club. Some guy already diving for the apron back there in the back. He's the only one I see doing it.
All
Pretty
right,
good start by everybody.
Yeah,
I don't see too many drastic moves. Well, we got one all the way up near the wall here. Looks like the 60. Other than that, pretty much everybody's staying in their lanes. Ooh, one down below the A back there. Is that Aaron? I don't know if that's Aaron Cummins back there or not.
No. No, he's okay.
Look at this race coming into 3 and 4 side by side for the lead, Rudy, as we back to the flag. Who's going to lead this first lap? Ducharme? Or will it be Darling?
Yeah, it's pretty close, but Darling got it.
Hey, it did, just barely. Look at this, Flirton was going 3 wide already, coming into 1.
Alex Peck taking a look.
Fennec Chan, Zielinski hanging right there too, so is Connor Anton.
Yeah, Connor down on the bottom.
Not as many laps as they usually run here at this track. Usually they do 125 laps at this place, but they cut it down to 100 this season.
It's a long race, man. When you do 100 laps here, that's 200 miles. That's a long race.
Yeah, it's just not as long as they usually do, so it's a bit of a shorter race. So you might see that come into play here with guys pushing the envelope a little sooner because the race is cut down by 20%.
Right. Now Zielinski gets shuffled back to 5th.
We're 3 wide behind the leader here.
Oh my!
Here comes Zielinski. He had to get out of it.
Wow! Alex Peck backed right out of that, and he let Connor Anton. Well, it's Tyler still hanging on to 2nd, but Connor he just can't get up into that race groove. It seems like every time he tries, there's somebody up there. Now he's got a clear track, so they're starting to get a little more single filed out here a little bit. Kyle Putz, last night's winner in the Truck Series. He won 2 weeks in a row in the Truck Series, Scott. Oh my, what a season he's getting ready to start.
Yeah, Rudy, I don't know if I'd say these guys are single filing out here.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of guys still side by side.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys are still trying to get as many positions as they can here at the start of this race while these tires are still fairly fresh.
Well, the front's kind of gotten a little singled out. They're not racing side by side quite as much. Alex Peck's trying to get up by Bobby Zielinski right now, but boy, it's going to be so difficult. And turn 4 was what we seen in practice there was the people were having the problem with. Coming out of turn 4, that back end just wanted to kick out on everybody. So that's going to be the corner to watch. And, these guys are going to have to kind of tiptoe around turn 4. Shipman right on Alex Peck's tail.
Now it's starting to take over a single file formation. Tires are starting to play a role here. It's usually about between 5 to 10 when you start to feel the fall off on the tires. So the guys that were abusing the hell out of the tires on the first 5 laps. Ooh, and there's one there already down below the apron. Boy, that was hairy and scary. Right in front of the whole field, and it punched them all up back here. Look at this. Now they're all right back on top of each other. 4 wide back here.
It's Freddie De La Rosa.
Man.
Yes, sir. A bunch of people went by him, and boy, look at the pack up ahead of him. They're almost 4 wide up there. They're 3 wide, 2 or 3 deep. Oh, there's a spinner. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, we got a big wreck. Boy, that just turned ugly. I got a bunch of them, Rudy.
Yep.
No resets here either, so a
No.
lot of guys going to be tore up.
And Sean Williams is
Tore
tore up.
from the floor.
Oh my, Riley Wyans, Cody Miller. Let's go back and take a look at this melee mess. Holy smokes, that was the big one.
Yeah, it looks like a big wiggle from the 99. I think it was the 99.
I mean, they were just flirting with disaster right here. Yep, right there. It was the number 6 I seen, Kyle Trudell. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
got
sure.
hit by somebody.
Yeah, let me see if I can rewind this back just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like. Well, it
I
looks
can't
like
tell. Maybe it's the 44.
Yeah, the
like
44.
99.
Yeah, the 44 of Anthony Emery, but I don't know if Anthony got into him there. They kind of went behind
he
the
did.
sign. Okay. Yep, and that's what started it. And then he come right across the front of Anthony. Of course, Cody Miller was right there. Cody just had absolutely no time to react, nowhere to go. He's going to get collected into. Kyle Putz is going to get major damage. Golly, man, I can't believe all the people. Sean Williams, Riley Wyans. Hopefully the guys in the back got her woed down in time. I don't know. Aaron Cummings, yeah, he's seen it. He got woed
Yeah, a
down.
couple of them did. A lot of them got collected in that, though. There's going to be a lot of guys that probably going to have to use their. Oh, actually, they don't have a fast repair, so a lot of guys probably going to be disconnected here once they see how much damage they have.
I can't even find. Oh yeah,
The 6 blew it up going back to pit road, so he's done.
Yep, Brian Wortman, he got it woed down in time, so that's good. He's back up here. He's in the front now. We got 4 drivers that did not pit. Lachlan McMillan, Jonathan Cogswell, Brian Wortman, and Nicholas Caressel did not come to pit road.
That's probably not going to be a good idea with that many tires on the lap, or that many laps on the tires. You can tell it's my first night back.
Yep. Well, Jared Darling did win the race off of pit road, so he'll come out. He will start 5th. Connor Anton 6th, but I still think we're going to see some of these front 4 are going to come to pit road.
I would think so.
Yeah, it looks like Brian Wortman's already down there on the bottom. He's already saying, hey, I'm not going to stay out here ahead of these guys. They got brand new tires on there. It'd just be nothing but a rolling roadblock, Looks like Cogswell's coming in.
Coming though.
Yeah.
He changed his mind.
Yeah, they're coming in. Caressel's going to stay out. What?
Yeah, somebody else stayed out too.
Cogswell stayed out. All right.
There was another one that stayed out too, wasn't there?
Caressel.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, let's get Nicholas up here and talk to him.
Oh, the lights are out.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that went quick.
Yeah, it did.
Fish. So he's got.
They're in a hurry tonight, Rudy. They know the basketball game's coming on.
So on pit road, we got Zach Hudson, Kyle Trudell, Cody Miller, Kyle Putz, Anthony Emery, and Riley Wyans on pit road. Now, Sean Williams did receive damage on there, but I don't think he got a whole bunch of damage. He is back off the pit road. Him and Josh Robin catching up to the rear of the field here. So I think they're okay. Brian Wortman coming off of pit road. Well, we're ready to go racing again. Jared Darling's going to start right behind Jonathan Cogswell. Now, Jonathan is one of the only 2 that did not come to pit road, so that could be. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. If he gets a good start here, he may be able to do away with Jonathan and Nicholas Caressel. Maybe by the time they come out of turn 2.
Nah, these guys will wind up just mowing him down after a lap or 2.
Yeah.
You'll see. It's going to be a big difference.
Yep,
these guys with newer tires.
Pace cars in.
They're going to be fast.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Jared Darling, he'll be able to pass up Caressel and Cogswell.
Oh, yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Connor Anton
I
slips
thought you were
right
saying
in
the
there.
leader might be able to pull away,
Oh,
but
no.
not on them older tires. He might get away for half a lap or a lap or so, but they'll
Yeah.
reel him back in like a dead fish.
A dead fish. And he's getting out of the way. He knows that they're
Yeah,
faster.
I don't blame him.
Yep.
He's flopping on the boat right now.
But he stayed out and he led a couple laps, so he did get some bonus points under his belt. That's more than a lot of people out there are going to be able to say tonight.
That's very true. Better do this early in the race too than try to do something like that at the end of the race. You know, have it go like that. Just look at that. He's already lost what, 5, 6, 7 spots already. 8 spots by the time it's all said and done before they get to the turn here.
Yep, they're still dry. He's still getting passed up. Josh Schwartz.
Yeah.
Josh, extremely good last night in that race, man. It was an amazing race, and wound up, he didn't make it to the end. That was now Jarrett Schwartz, which is right behind Josh. Jarrett Schwartz, he had an excellent night last night. Excellent night. Great racing out there, and man, I'll tell you, just fantastic.
Didn't get a chance to tune into last night's race either.
James Coulibaly in 12th. Nicholas Kressel now back to 13th on them old tires.
And Emery has taken it behind the wall officially, so he's out of this race, headed towards Vegas. If we see him at Vegas. We hadn't seen him on a regular basis in a long, long time.
Back up front, Jared Darling trying to come out of here, maybe possibly leading the most laps tonight. I don't know if Zielinski's got anything to say about this. He ain't going to lead the last lap.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear from Bobby Zielinski before this is all said and done. He is the defending champion for a reason, and he dominated last season. It was 6 or 7 wins total. I can't remember exactly what the exact number was, but he definitely won the majority of the races.
And I've heard him say hundreds of times, you know, we were going over the stats last night. You know, he's got 33 victories in this league, and Marcus Richardson's got 103. And we were talking last night there on the broadcast. You know, he said, well, maybe if Marcus didn't race for 10 years, I might be able to catch up to him. You know, it was pretty good. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Kyle Putz that said that. Kyle's got 20 wins now after winning last night, or the last 2 nights. He's got 20 wins in the league. That's total series leagues, you know.
Well, with Richardson not racing on a regular basis, it gives some of these other guys to accumulate some wins. So Marcus only shows up on a once in a while basis. So
yep. Well, he started racing last night in the trucks, and he got caught up in the first wreck, so he just parked it. And he didn't even get that much damage, really. Inside, Jonathan Cogswell. Let's see, that's Ariotti getting by. Ariotti coming to life. Another one of the winningest drivers here. And Zielinski looking for the lead. Side by side with Darling going down the backstretch into turn 3. He's going to just drive right on by. They see ya. Gotta go.
Got places to be.
Yes, sir. And he will lead his very first lap of the race and collect a bonus point as he crosses the line. Taking lap number 16.
Of the scheduled 100. So we're about 20% of the way through this race as we approach lap 20.
And Brian Workman's out of the race. What? And he's been pumping it up all day on Facebook. Come and watch him race. Wow.
Well, that's racing, Rudy. In the blink of an eye, it can all be over. Ask Nixon, man. He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, but he didn't get in a wreck or anything. Well, Sean Williams back here racing it up here. Medlock. Well, let's see. We got some lap traffic getting by. That would be Lachlan McMillan. Lachlan is the first car a lap down.
And speaking of that, we only got 21 of them left on the lead lap with 30 that we started with. Only 21 of them. We're not even a fifth of the way through the race yet. and already 9 cars off the lead lap or out of the race.
Well, 21, 22. Brian Johnson's out there. 22 drivers, 23. 23 drivers on the track yet.
Yeah, but I'm showing only 21 of them on the lead lap.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, Zielinski trying to put some distance on Jared Darling, but he is not getting away too awful fast here.
Zach Hudson's officially out too, Rudy. He took it behind the wall as well. So did Wortman. They're both gone.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Darling he's got a great setup there tonight. He is hooked up, man. He's really looking good. And Ariotti trying to reel those two in. He wants to join forces with them, and the 3 of them pull away. Delonte Ballard.
Just looking through the standings here, and it looks like Kurt Schwartz is the biggest mover of the race so far. He's collected 20 positions, started back there in 29th. Currently in the top 10, running 9th. And a couple other guys, David Shutt started 25th. He's up to 11th. And James Colaby, I think that's how you say that.
Coulibaly.
Coulibaly, all right. Sorry I butchered it up. He started 24th, and he's up 12 spots to 12. So 3 of those guys, they're picking up quite a few, so not too bad. Cogswell also started 23rd and is up to 16th. So some guys moving up through the field. Meanwhile, Tyler Ducharme, who started on the front row, has fallen all the way to 10th place.
And he's in a battle here right now, just getting around Josh Schwartz.
We haven't seen Ducharme in a while since the old championship blunder a couple seasons ago.
Oh, contact between Josh Schwartz and Tyler Ducharme.
Speaking of.
No caution. Boy, Tyler drove right out of that. Look at that. What a piece of driving that was.
Coming back up.
Wow, he lost about maybe 3 or 4 positions, but man, he never missed a beat. Dang, you try that. That was crazy. The guy can wheel a car, I can tell you that, man. Next week, the truck series, they go to Eldora. Everybody in the league saying Tyler Ducharme's going to be the guy to watch. He's going to clean up.
He got left front damage on that. Looks like he might have a little left front damage.
Tyler Ducharme?
Yeah.
Well, is he? Maybe. Let's see here. Let me get
just
up a little
tick.
closer.
Looks like a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. Probably not enough to affect anything. Yeah, it was kind of a bump and run there by Josh Schwartz. I know he didn't do that on purpose. It just looked like he was really tight coming out of the corner and just kind of slid up into him. Got David Shutt now looking to the inside.
That's racing, Rudy. Sometimes that happens.
Yep. And Shutt will take that position from Josh Schwartz.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, we got a caution.
First caution of the day.
Second.
That's right. Second.
Michael Lawler going around. Let's go see what happened.
Ooh.
Here.
What happened to the King?
I don't know. Might have been self-inflicted there. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody was even around him. Lachlan McMillan was behind him, but wasn't close enough really to do anything.
He closed in on him on the corner here. Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, Michael just checked in front of him, and Lachlan gave him an old Paparuski in the back, and yeah, it vaulted him right into the wall.
Oh, my, I
Tore
guess
him
so.
up pretty good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was quite the hit, too. It's like a head-on hit right into the wall. I think he'll be all right. He's got the back end's missing on it, which really isn't going to affect the aerodynamics of it too much. But I'm just kind of wondering.
That thing's tore up, man. That thing's done.
Since he hit,
he's gonna have required repairs in probably a good 20 minutes or so after that shot.
Since he hit the wall there head on, there's I don't know how much it's going to knock a toe out or anything, but he hit mainly on that right front corner, and I don't see a whole bunch of damage there. But maybe I got that iRacing glitch where it don't look that bad. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked a whole lot worse after the initial accident on the front of the car. So
yeah.
He's going to definitely have some required repairs. That's for
Oh,
sure. The whole
yeah.
back of the car is gone. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Well,
he's got a habit of checking up really hard, and that's what that was. That was one of them hard checkups, and I don't think Lachlan was expecting him to check up that hard, and he didn't hit him too much, but it was enough to definitely cause a violent accident there.
well, Aaron Cummings stopped, or I didn't stop, stayed out and led a lap. Got that bonus point. I know he's been having some blinking problems, and we can't figure out what it is. Something I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, looks like Jared Darling beat everybody off of pit road again. Excellent pit stop. Wow. Well, let's get a word in with somebody. How about we get a word in with Alex Peck? That's somebody we haven't talked to in forever.
Go for it, Rudy.
Yeah, let me we moved the room down in the middle here of TeamSpeak. So Alex
I
Peck, you
saw
got a
that.
copy.
Yes, Rudy.
Well, wow, how's it going out there tonight, Alex? You started third, you're back in seventh.
Well, the first run we did there is just a lot of racing side by side, and then we had a caution. I think lap like 8, so it was a little bit early in the run before we could start seeing who was going to be separating each other with as far as tire wear and stuff. And then we had another pretty similar run here. This was only about 13 laps, so everybody's still pretty tight packed. Not really sure who's really good in the long run yet. We just know everybody's pretty, like racy today, and lots of side by side racing here on restart. So it's pretty crucial to try to get get into single file quickly and try to keep your track position at the same time, so you're able to save your tires there.
Well, you guys run the fixed setup, and I don't know, me and probably everybody in chat, we can never figure out how you guys can run that fixed setup. So you make it look like it's an open setup. How do you do that? How do you guys run it so well?
It just takes a lot of time and practice. We've all just had probably lots of time racing here, and the schedule. We lots of us race in Sim Racing Authority a lot, and we've been racing here a long time, for at least probably 2 or 3 years now, and we all know how the tracks drive and how we've had lots of experience with many different cars at the tracks, like as far as all the NASCAR series. So it's all kind of stored up in a memory bank, and then it just takes a lot of just time and experience getting used to how cars feel, and knowing how to pace yourself so you're not driving the tires off of it super bad, and then you got a really ill handling race car at the end of a run. So like I said, it just takes time. And then as far as getting better, there's just so much talent in the league now. The talent pool has increased insanely since the first couple of seasons in SRA, or back when the Knobs League. So now we have pro drivers and everything. So when you race with really good people, you start without knowing it, you start getting better just by trying to catch up to them or stay with them.
Exactly. I agree 100%, Alex. That it was very well said right there, because it's too many people that give up, when they say, "Oh man, there's pro drivers in there. I can't keep up with them." Well, they're in there to make you better, They're only going to make you better. They're not going to make you a worse driver. They make you step up your A game, bring your A game every single week. You practice your butt off. Seat time. Seat time is the key factor, and you guys have got it. So, all right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Alex. I appreciate the knowledge, and I will store that in my memory banks. And good luck out there tonight, buddy.
Thank you, Rudy. Thanks for the interview, and have fun in the booth tonight.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You got the memory bank of an Etch-a-Sketch. What are you talking about?
I know. I know it. You sat there that whole time, thought that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, I got the memory bank of a flea.
But get us going, man.
All right. All right, we're ready to go.
You got to crank it up, Cam, for here, don't you?
No.
I thought you did.
Uh-uh. All right, pace car's in. All right, Jared's on the loud pedal already, and there's the green.
Look at Peck dive to the outside, taking 3 wide already as he gets that big run on the outside here.
Yep, he was starting just about a half a second before they got the green flag there. He was on the gas already. Ariotti on the outside of Bobby Zielinski. Oh boy, Zielinski a little tight coming out of the corner, but he's going to manage to stay ahead of Ariotti down the backstretch and going into turn 3. And what a pack of cars we got right here in the front. Holy smokes. And Jared out there in front.
Pretty much been out front all night long.
Yes, sir. And that makes 15 laps he's led. Nice.
Still got a long way to go, though.
Oh, yeah.
72 laps to go in this race. Long way.
Ballard up to 4th, and I think this is one of Delante's favorite tracks. I think he told me that once before. He just loves Auto Club, so we might see him run well here tonight. I mean, he's come from 8th to 4th. That's pretty good.
That's a guy that's long overdue for a solid finish. We've
Yes.
seen him run strong in some of these races, and then something bad happens at the end, and it all goes up in smoke. And man, he's long overdue for a good one.
He's 3 wide. Sorry, 3 wide back here again. Yeah, he is long overdue, man. I'd love to see him in victory lane.
Well, that big crash that we had earlier, we took a lot of cars off the track.
Yep.
A lot less traffic out there now.
David Shutt still hanging on the inside here of Jonathan Shipman, but it looks like he may have Jonathan now. Jared Schwartz rounds out the top 10.
Yep, still showing 21 on the lead lap. 23 that are still left in this race.
Yep.
So
well,
far, Cody Miller, Kyle Poots, Brian Wortman, Riley Wyans, Anthony Emery, Kyle Trudel, and Zach Hudson all out of the race. And another one that almost lost it back there coming out. Almost had another one out of the race. There goes Zielinski. He's making his move on Darling. And he's back to the front.
Back to the front. Just takes him a few laps to get the heat build up in them tires. And
oh, we got one in the grass going out across
that.
the grass. He's trying to woe it down. I think he is going to get her woed down. Didn't hit nothing.
I'll find out with Jonathan Shipman. Wow.
Went for a ride. A little lawn job out there.
Yep.
Helping out the maintenance crew.
Lawler is still out there on the track. May not be quite as fast as he was, but he's doing all right. Yep. Ariotti into second.
Oh, we're wrecking back here behind him.
Caution
is out.
It was Jarrett Schwartz, I think. Let's go back and I can find him here. Jarrett Schwartz.
Yep. Looking to see if he got a little help from the 42. He got some help. He definitely got some help. These guys are just bumping people tonight. That was the old I'm just over you being in front of me move there.
Yeah, well, first he took the air off of him, or caught. I guess it looked like Jarrett might have caught that white line. Let's go look at it from a different angle here. I think Jarrett caught the white line. Yes, he did. We go to the.
That might why he got pointed so hard then.
Okay, he got hit first by David Shutt. Yep.
And it just shot him out to that outside wall, and he hit hard. He's going to be toast.
Yeah. Yep. Dang, and Jarrett, man, oh man, I thought he was really going to have a good season this season. Nicholas Kressel is going to stay out. But Bobby Zielinski and company are coming to pit road.
Looking for 4 Mr. Feelgoods and some petrol. Yep, Schwartz just took it behind the wall, as did Putz. So they're both officially behind the wall, on the hauler, and out of here, headed towards Vegas, Sin City.
Oh, 2-tire stop by Cody Miller. That was Cody. No, that was Tyler Ducharme. Yep, 2-tire stop for Tyler Ducharme. But he got off pit road first.
Speaking of Sin City, old Ducharme on the dice.
Now,
I don't
Nicholas.
think that's going to work either.
No, Nicholas Kressel stayed out. He collects a bonus point, but I kind of look for Nicholas to come to pit road. I think he just wanted that bonus point. Well, let's see if we can get a word in. How about we get a word in with David Shutt? Let's talk to David Shutt about that little bump.
Yeah, ask him.
94.
David Shutt, you got a copy.
Yes, I do.
Well, tell us about that little bump there on Jarrett Schwartz.
Well, it was just I didn't think it hit him that hard. I don't know. Maybe in the builds, I guess. I don't know. It feels like something changed. If you hit somebody a little bit harder, then they're gonna get loose quicker. I can't really feel it from the steering wheel, but yeah, my bad. But yeah. Oh well.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, it didn't look like it. I mean, it was almost looked like he just took the air off of the back of him more than a bump, you know. But because we didn't see like a jar, you know. But boy, he did make a sharp turn to the right and get into that outside wall. But is your car okay?
Yeah, my car's fine. Like I said, I didn't feel him hit any, or I didn't feel myself hitting him. I just saw his car get a little loose, and then he corrected and shot towards the wall.
Wow, wow. Well, how's your race going for you out there? You've come from 25th to 8th. Obviously pretty good.
Yeah, so far so good. Just gotta try to pass some more cars here on the restart, and hopefully get in a position I can just ride and focus on my pace versus passing people.
Well, out of the two off turns, which is the worst one that feels the worst out there right now, 2 or 4?
I probably don't like 2 as much.
Really?
4 is okay. You can kind of, as long as you keep it low, you can shoot off there. I mean, it gets a little tight, but I don't like 2 because you have to get a perfect in 1 in order to get a good 2. So.
Right. Okay.
That end of the track is worse for me.
All right. So we're going to see you win tonight.
Oh, I doubt it. Zelensky's in the race, so.
Oh.
Expect him to win, but we'll give it our best shot.
Okay. How about on the podium?
Oh, that's always the goal. Always try to get a podium.
Okay. All right, brother. All right. Well, we'll let you go then, and good luck.
Thanks, Rudy.
Nothing like putting him on the spot.
Yeah, that's right. I like doing that. Well, you know, hey, you gotta pump these guys up. You know, you gotta get them all pumped up and say, heck yeah, I'm gonna win. You know.
Well, this should be a good second half of this race. It's been a good first half so far. Pretty competitive. A lot of good racing out there.
Well, Tyler does
only had
collect.
really one bad accident. Collected a lot of guys, but other than that, pretty much just single car incidents.
Tyler collects a bonus point, but I'm kind of thinking, I don't know how long he ain't gonna be able to hold off Zelensky for very long. Zelensky, he takes about 3 or 4 laps to kind of get a little heat build up in them tires, and then he just motors by.
I don't even think it'll take that long because Tyler's out there on 2 tires, so I think it'll take a lap and a half for him to get by. Here we go. Gonna have 35 down, 65 to go here at Auto Club. Second race of the season.
Jared in chat. Jared, sorry about your bad luck there, man. That was a bummer. Almost looked like he took the air off of you, but yet, I don't know, kind of looked like a bump too. But he said he didn't even feel anything when he hit you. I don't know, could have been an iRacing glitch or something, but all right, get him going, Scott.
Here we go. Pace car is off. How long will Ducharme be able to hold off this field on 4 tires? Ducharme only took 2. We're racing again in Southern California. Already Zelensky is getting a good restart here.
Jared Darling on the high side. Alex Peck right behind him. Delonte Ballard coming up through the middle. Right on the bottom here inside. Jared Darling, can he hold it down the backstretch? It's going to be a drag race. No, he's going to duck in behind Jared. The back up front, Zielinski all over the back of Tyler Ducharme.
Here he comes, getting a big run on him.
I'll say another lap, and he's going to be going. I'll bet you when he comes around to go into turn 3, he'll be passing him on this lap. Because Tyler just can't, you know, with only doing that 2-tire change, it's really, I don't know. Sometimes it helps the car, sometimes it doesn't. Here goes Bobby. Here he goes. Bobby. Pulling out.
Making his move. You called it. By the time they got the 3s, making his move. There you go.
And that seems,
he's got it.
That seems to be
like
where
he was sitting there.
It seems to be where he's making the best progress right there is down the backstretch. He gets a great run off of 2 and comes down the backstretch and gets that run. And by the time he gets to 3, he's already half past it, you know.
Trudell took it behind the wall, so he's officially done as well. So more and more of these guys officially dropping out of this race.
Man, the field is just like dwindled. Wow, we got, 23. Well, we still got 23 drivers, but golly, man. This Cody Miller's back out. Josh Robbins back out on the track. He got probably about as much damage fixed up as he could. Cody Miller, his car was pretty well banged up, and he's not looking too bad right now. And Michael Lawler, he's been trying to get a little bit fixed up here and there under cautions, but still got an awful lot of damage on his. John Williams sporting Taylor Swift on the car. Now he got some damage in that one wreck, Scott. If you remember, he was involved in it. And I'm still seeing quite a bit of damage on the front of that car, but he's still running well.
He's still in this race. I'm sure it's slowing him down a little bit, because any kind of heavy damage here at this place will definitely slow you down.
Yep.
I'm kind of surprised by how well Tyler Ducharme's been able to hang up here with only taking 2 tires on that last stop.
Yep. But once they start equalizing to the other set, you're going to see, oh boy, he'll start dropping like a rock then. Jared Darling looking to the inside of Ariotti for 3rd.
It looks like he's going to get that spot too. Ariotti's not going to fight him. He's going to give it up. Sir. Coming to 40 complete right here. 40% of this race is done.
Alex Peck in 6th. Shot 7th. Connor Anton 8th. Bobby Chaney, we haven't talked about him all night. He's been hanging right here, 9th and 10th. Quietly. Not causing any problems.
Just looking through the field, David Shedd is the biggest mover. We just talked to David just a few minutes ago. He started 25th, and he's running there 7th. Saw him have that moment there with Jared Schwartz and cause that last caution.
Yep.
But as you heard him say, his car's fine. He's still in this fight, so he's still got a chance to win this race.
Lachlan McMillan. This is a pack of cars here from Connor Anton on back. Shipman looking to the inside of Freddie De La Rosa, and he will take that position from Freddie.
Yeah, Anton's under attack right now. He already lost 1 spot. He's about to lose another one to Chaney. Ooh, he comes to cut Chaney off.
Wow.
Slammed the door, said no girls cookies today, my friend. Connor's on a diet.
Yep. No Girl Scout cookies today. Back here behind him, James Coulibaly. coming from 24th up to 14th. It's a pretty good move.
Yep, another one of the big movers of the race.
Nicholas Caressel, he's lost about 3 positions. Brian Johnson lost a couple positions.
It's not the same Brian Johnson from AC/DC, is it?
No.
I'm sorry, I just had to say that. I thought it when you read it off during the introductions. I was like,
Jonathan Cogswell just passed up Aaron Cummings. Aaron goes back to 19th now. He was up to 18th. He's still having a solid run. He's been avoiding all them wrecks, and that's what he needs to do. Josh Medlock hanging on in 20th. At almost the last one on the lead lap. Lawler is the last one on the lead lap, but he's really not that far ahead of the leaders right now.
no, he's got damage. He's battling a slow race car from that crash that he was in earlier with Lachlan. I knew it damaged his car bad. He's a couple big shots of the one that he got hit, and then where you hit the wall.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Jarrett Schwartz, man. I was really counting on Jarrett to be up there. And it didn't, there was nothing intentional about that at all. I think it was just close racing. It's a racing incident. That's what I always call it.
Just one of them deals.
Yep.
Still got caught, like to see it.
Yeah. I can't believe Ducharme is still in second place.
Neither can I. I'm kind of surprised by that. A lot of other guys are probably taking note to the short stint 2-tire deal there.
Yep.
Because longer run, you're not going to be able to stay out on 2 tires. But they had a short stint there where he took a chance and it paid off so far.
Well, now late in the race, if we were like inside 30 to go or something, I would say that would have been an absolutely great move. But right now, I don't know. I mean, sure, he's hanging on here.
It's worked out for him. He got a lot of track position out of that deal, and they get another caution here. Even if they make green flag stops, he's still running second. So I think it's worked out pretty handily.
Yeah. And here goes Airy to the inside.
I mean, yeah, he might lose a couple spots here before this is all said and done as this run continues to go on. But all in all, with all the track position he gained, and unless he gets into the side of Coyote there, which he almost, it's going to work out for him.
And Jared Darling's going to get by as well. So I think he's starting to feel that little bit of fall off where them guys took 4 tires.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I figured it wouldn't take long, But, yeah, he needs a caution right now. If he got a caution right now, he'd be golden,
He's part Indian. He needs to start doing the in-car caution thing.
Yeah.
Only works if you're part Indian, though.
All right, Zielinski coming up on lap traffic. Michael Lawler just ahead of him. Lawler with a bunch of damage on that car. But he's still out there turning laps, man. That's that never give up attitude. I got to give it up to him for that.
Ooh.
And he cut right in front of Lawler, didn't he? Wow.
Yeah, he did.
That was a lot
too close for comfort.
Yeah, a lot of trust put in that right there.
No doubt. It worked, though.
Yep. Boy, look at him. 3 wide back here now. Shut. Heck. And Ballard. And Shutt's going to come out on top of that. Wow, look at that.
Got a 2-for-1 deal there.
He sure did.
Blue light special 2-for-1 deal.
Yes, sir. Yep, that was a buy one, get one free right there.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Coming to the halfway point, Rudy. Halfway through this race when we get back to the flag. 50 down, 50 to go here in SoCal.
Shipman all over Lachlan McMillan, Connor Anton. These guys are still racing pretty hard here. Koulibaly going to get passed up. Looks like, no, I guess he just took a different line there than Caressel did. Nicholas Caressel staying right with them right now.
right now, Rudy, just looking through the field to see who the person is falling the furthest. It's Jonathan Shipman. He started 6th, and he's currently running out of the top 10 and 11th. Also,
Yeah.
Connor Anton started 5th and is running 9th. So, really, only the 2 guys that have lost a lot of spots from where they started. Everybody else is just a spot or 2. Not counting guys that are out of the race, of course.
Yep. Bobby Cheney's now back to 12 after starting 10th. But the second half of the race is where we always see Bobby excel. He always seems to come to life inside that 25, 30 to go. He just, like, I don't know. It's like he reels in the anchor or something, and man, he's just on a mission out there, you know.
I'll tell you what, it looked like Tyler Ducharme was going to fall off there, and that was a moment there for the 28. Speaking of Ducharme, he was right on the outside of Ducharme there. But Tyler looks to be managing that now, so
yeah,
car's coming back around all of a sudden. You got to watch that slower traffic, as we have seen many times, huh, Rudy?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that can get kind of hairy out there when you're trying to deal with.
Kinda.
Yeah, and you know, and probably most of that could be avoided by communication on the track, and which you know as well as I do, communication in any race out here, man, is just almost none.
It's not as good as it should be. Yeah, it should be a whole lot better. But at the same time, everything happens in such a split second.
Right.
You really can't communicate, you know, especially, you know, when we're racing Indy cars. Yeah, everything happens so fast. It's hard to get words out by the time it happens.
Well, if you see you're coming up on a lap car or something, you know, and you got your relative up, you can see who it is. Just say, hey, could you mind staying high, you know, or staying low?
I personally do, but a lot of people don't do that. That's, you know, a big problem for a lot of folks. They're afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
But I do that because, I definitely don't have any issues. So, and even if I'm the lap car, I say, where do you want me, you know?
Yep.
Have the consideration of asking, you know, where you want me to be.
Yeah. That's what I usually do too. You want me to go high or low, you know, because some people prefer, it depends on the track, it depends on the car you're in.
Yeah.
You know, where they want you to go, high or low. They want to stay in their, you know, in their zone. You know, they want to, you know, they've got a preference to what line they use going into a certain turn on a certain track, and they want to use that line, and they don't want you in it. You know? I don't want to be in it.
Yeah, right. Speaking of a good line, Alex Peck just took one to get around David Shutt to move back into the top 5 there. So Shutt drops the spot back to 6th. Oh, we got one almost wrecked back there in the back, down below the white line.
Like it was Nicholas Caressel.
That it was. Yep, he saved it, though. That was a good save.
Yeah, good save. Lost a
couple headed to that low inside wall. He got a hold of it. Imagine we'll be seeing green flag pit stops here real soon.
Yeah, it's coming up about that time, I think. Yeah, probably in the next, probably less than 10 laps.
Yeah, I'd say about the next 5 laps.
Yep.
And then I'd look for him again before the race is over to come down and pit one more time. But then again, Zielinski may take this about 10 more laps and, you know, go 35 at the end.
We've had 3 cautions, folks, for 9 laps and 10 lead changes. Been a pretty good race.
Who's led the most laps? I'm guessing Bobby Zielinski at this point.
Right.
I'm sure he's passed Darling.
Yeah, he's got 30 right now. Darling's only got 17.
Who else has led laps tonight?
Well, let's see. We got Tyler Ducharme has led 4. Lachlan McMillan's led 1. Nicholas Cressel led 1. Jonathan Cogswell's led 2. Aaron Cummings has led 1.
So quite a few guys.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Ducharme's hanging on there pretty good. I think he's gotten to the point right now where the 3 guys ahead of him, their tires have kind of equalized to his now. You know, if he took 2 outside tires, right side tires, that probably is why he's running so good.
He's also not trying to battle it up and run as hard as he can and hold on to second place either. I think he's backed his pace off just a little bit, which is helping. It looked like his car was going to fall off there for a minute, but there a couple laps later, he was just fine.
Yep.
Just kind of been riding where he's at for a little while now, but he's got Peck closing in on him. Shutt's falling back of Alex Peck. That's no longer a threat, but Peck is definitely closing in on these front four, especially these next three in front of him.
Bobby Cheney has really fallen off the pace here. He's quite a ways back from Jonathan Shipman now. He was right close to him. They were right up there with Connor Anton and everything, but those two have pulled away from Bobby Cheney quite a bit. I think everybody out here right now would just kill to have new tires.
Oh yeah, that's why I said we'll be seeing green flag pit stops here relatively soon.
Yep.
But I think they're going to go to about 35 to go. Looking at, you know, what we got left, that'll be about halfway point from where we went green. A little over, but that'll get them home.
And back here, 17th and 18th, Josh Medlock and Sean Williams were in a pretty good battle there. Sean looked like he was going to try to pass up Medlock, but I think he figured Medlock wasn't as damaged as he is. Medlock can hold him off. Wow, they were both a little loose coming out of turn 2 right there, though. Cogswell still trying to close in.
Still 20 cars left in the lead lap.
Yep. Uh-oh. We got guys coming to pit road. Bobby Cheney. Josh Schwartz. So we are seeing pit stops.
I don't look for the leaders to come for about another 5 laps or so. I think they're going to go for about 5 more of these guys up front here. Now Ducharme and Jared Darling are battling it up, and Ducharme's moved back up to 3rd place, Rudy.
Yep. All right, 4-tire stop for these two.
Yep, none of the leaders showing any signs of coming in yet.
Ariotti goes into 2nd. Yeah, none of these guys are. Yeah, you're right. It ain't going to be long here. I think we're going to see some more guys. Yeah, Freddie De La Rosa, James Coulibaly's in. They're stopping for tires. Alright, Coulibaly's away, but Freddie De La Rosa's still sitting there.
Might have got a penalty.
Could be. He'll come back out in 19th position. Now Freddie's away now. Yeah, I bet you that's what it was.
Yeah, speeding.
Yeah.
Popo got him one.
Yeah. Hate them popos.
I look for these guys to go 2 more times, and then I think they'll be coming in. They may even go a little further. Peck has reeled in Jared Darling and Tyler Ducharme, though. He's basically on the bumper of Jared Darling at this point.
Yeah,
so Peck's starting to become a player in this deal. Ooh, and Ariotti just touched the line there. That was a scary moment.
And that's the kind of stuff Bobby Zielinski just loves to see right there, though. You know,
I think these guys would like to see a caution.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure would. And we're inside that time. Okay, Alex Peck making a move on Jared Darling.
Almost 3 wide back here. Look at this. Here comes the 19.
Yeah, that's Joshua Schwartz. He is the first car lap down. He's trying to get back on the lead lap.
I mean, he had to check up Hickman there. Otherwise, he'd have ran Peck over. Lost a lot of momentum there.
Yeah, big difference with them new tires. Man, what a difference.
Wonder if we'll
Lawler.
see guys come this time. This is when I expected to see some guys come, but doesn't look like that. They're going to extend it a little further.
Yep.
Ooh, and David Shutt, he got into the wall a little bit back there.
Yeah, all these guys up in the front here need to come to pit road and get new feel goods on that car.
Yeah, because those don't feel so good right now.
I'll tell you what, though, Bobby Zielinski's still turning some great times out there right now. But,
Yeah,
you know,
let's hope slower traffic here doesn't get involved. We got Josh Robin right in front of him. He's closing in.
but you know, he's about 2 seconds off of the pace right now. 2 seconds a lap.
Comes Ariati, and it looks like Ducharme's coming too.
Yep. So they're kind of leaving just a couple of the guys out there. Yeah.
And David Shutt's on pit road. Galanta Ballard, Lachlan McMillan, Shipman, they're all on pit road making green flag pit stops right now. I imagine everybody's getting 4.
Yeah, Tyler Ducharme, he needs 4 now. That's
Oh,
definite, you know. But it was, you were right. That was good for track position. He's still going to come off pit road.
I'm shocked how well that worked out. That worked out tremendously well for him. He had a pretty good pit stop there, so he beat them guys off pit road.
Here comes Bobby Zielinski to pit road, and Brian Johnson led his first lap of the race. Wow, awesome.
He's feeling thunderstruck.
Yeah, thunderstruck. Well, it'll be just a short stint to the end here, because by the time these guys get back out on the track and everything here, they're only going to have about 31, 32 laps to go.
Yeah, there goes Zielinski down and away.
Yep.
Definitely beat everybody off pit road there. Solid to stop for Bobby Zielinski.
Brian Johnson coming to pit road.
Textbook.
Yeah. Nicholas Caressel took over the lead. Josh Medlock coming by to go into second. Sean Williams. And Sean is going to make an attempt here on Medlock. I think he's thinking, if he's thinking what I'm thinking here, if Nicholas Caressel pits, he wants to be in position there to lead a lap. And he does make that pass complete on Medlock. Medlock almost looked like he was going to try the crossover on him, but I don't think he had enough ponies under the hood right then to do that, because he needs new tires.
Well, it looks like after pit stops, it looks like the big winner in all this right now was the 19. Because he got out in front of Ariati and Zielinski when this all cycled through.
Yeah, it was a heck of a pit stop.
Yeah, by Ariati and Josh Schwartz to both get out in front of Zielinski. Zielinski's looked textbook, and these guys were even faster. I know Josh did it a little sooner, and I know that's where he made up the time. And, you know, we saw the tire fall off was not as drastic as we thought it would be with 2 tires. I wonder what the difference will be here now that these guys have, you know, tires that are just a couple laps older. He's dealing with traffic here too. He needs to get this traffic up in his rearview mirror. But I'm just wondering the difference in the fall off this time, and if Zielinski will easily be able to catch him and drive by him, or if it will be more of a battle.
Medlock.
Ducharme's done a hell of a job hanging with these guys too, running back there.
Medlock just came to pit road, but Nicholas Cressel's still staying out, and I'm kind of surprised at this. And I think Sean Williams is kind of surprised at this too, because he was really hoping he'd get the lead lap. And these guys are about a half a lap behind him. Josh Schwartz and these guys, they're about a half a lap behind the leader right now. A little more than a half a lap, actually.
Yeah, but those guys are going to have to pit, so
yep,
they're hoping for a caution.
The way this is shaping up right now, I don't see a caution for the rest of the race. I see it to go the rest of the way without a caution.
I kind of agree, but you know how we get these late surprise cautions.
Yeah, we thought that last night too, but you know how these guys at the end of a race always get real racy? Well, that's what happened last night, and boy, a couple of them got together and brought the caution out with like 7 to go or something.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised to see the caution, because these front three, ooh, and the night in the wall there.
Yep, Josh just got into the wall. Ariotti and Bobby Zielinski both get by.
So there's that tire fall off. That's the difference right there.
Yep.
They caught him quickly, and you know he made one mistake, and they're gone. Here comes Ducharme. He's trying to hang with the 78 and the 5. That seems to be the race right now for the lead of this race. Once everything's like, can AA hold off Zielinski, the defending champion? Coming down to the final quarter of this race, Rudy. Going to have 27 to go here at the line. So you never answered my question, Rudy. You think LeBron's got any more bullets left in the holster? You think he can pull a win out of his belt buckle?
Who's that?
LeBron James and the Cavaliers.
What is it, basketball?
Yeah, the NBA Finals.
Heck, I don't know. I don't even watch basketball. Not even
The
at
Golden
all.
State, if the Warriors win tonight, the first championship won in the city of Oakland, like the team that actually won it in the city since 1974.
Zielinski just
That's a long time ago.
Passed up Ariotti. And these guys are reeling in Nicholas Caressel and Sean Williams. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject, but that was a pass for position.
No, you're good.
Ariotti,
first
looking back to the inside. Oh, it's close.
Yeah, it was almost contact there. But he got out of it. He thought better of it. Looked like it was going to lead to some contact. Ooh. Slower traffic back here. Almost causing a problem again.
Yep, Tyler Ducharme almost got into it. It was Michael Lawler again.
Not a good night for the King.
The King.
Yeah, playoff of Jerry Lawler.
I'm kind of wondering if Nicholas Caressel is staying out here. I know he can't make it the whole way.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think.
Not on fuel. On tires they could, if he practiced it, but not on fuel. Hoping, playing the caution game, man. Just hoping they get lucky, especially at this point, because everybody will come down and get tires. So De La Rosa just took it behind the wall. He's done.
Yep. I just can't believe how many drivers we've lost tonight. This is unbelievable.
Something telling me now we might get the caution. I don't know why, but I'm just getting that feeling we might get a caution.
Well, Zielinski's starting.
We're getting opposite feelings, Rudy.
Starting to close in on Sean Williams. Sean just ahead of Zielinski now.
Well, Sean Williams is currently the biggest mover of this race now. He started 21st, currently running second. But he's getting reeled in right now by Bobby Zielinski and Ariotti.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got much older tires.
Oh, yeah. Them are Flintstone tires. Caressel, he started 12th. He's out there leading this thing, so he's done a hell of a job, too, picking up some spots. Obviously, that's going to change, once these guys have to pit. Then at that point, Shutt's going to gain a couple of spots, and he had started 25th, and he will be up to 4th at that point. So by far the biggest mover of the race. No one's even close to that.
Hey, Sean Williams is coming to pit road, so he's finally making his last pit stop with 22 to go. So
we're rode it as long as he could.
Yep, we're still waiting to see when Nicholas Caressel is going to come to pit road, because they are only 12 seconds behind him. They have reeled him in that much. They were 25 seconds behind him just a few laps ago.
I bet he stays until he's out of fuel. He's laid in his bed. He's he's got to stay there now.
He's
and just
coming
hope
in.
it works out.
He's coming in right now.
Yeah, he's probably out of fuel. Probably ran a bone dry.
Probably.
He's hoping for that question, man. Because like I said, had it happened now at this point, everybody had been coming in to get tires, so it would have been a huge win for him in track position. But that's racing, man. Just sometimes it just doesn't work out. So we come down to the final 20% of this race.
Zielinski back in the lead. Ariotti second, and Tyler Ducharme third. David Shutt not far behind in fourth place. Joshua Schwartz fifth. Alex Peck sixth. Delonte Ballard seventh. Jared Darling eighth. Connor Anton ninth, and Bobby Cheney rounds out the top 10.
It's been a pretty good race, I must say. As the boys on Monday nights usually put on, man. Well, we had 3 cautions here tonight.
Yep, 3 cautions for 9 laps.
That's what I'm talking about. I wish that would breed over into Wednesday nights.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Lachlan McMillan closing up on Bobby Cheney. We might see a battle for that top 10 position before this race is over. He's in that draft right now and reeling up Bobby pretty quick. Connor Anton's kind of gotten away from Bobby Cheney now. He's over a second ahead of him. Ariotti's still hanging on to second. They are coming up on lap traffic here of Aaron Cummings. Gonna have to negotiate around him.
The old Waffle House.
Ariotti gets around it. Yeah, the old Waffle House. One of my favorite places to eat.
Man, I haven't eaten at a Waffle House in years, and my body can handle that kind of food. That's synthetic food.
Tyler Ducharme still hanging on to third. He's coming up on Aaron right now. Let's see how he gets around him. He's just like not really getting around him all that fast. Now, Aaron's got a little fresher tires, I think, than Tyler does. And Aaron might be able to battle him for a couple of laps here, but boy, I don't know. Well, Tyler's he's gonna do away with him right there. So.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Next up will be David Shutt trying to get around Aaron. Peck in fifth. He's going to get a top 5 today, looks like.
Tell you what, they're racing up hard right behind Peck back here. Delonte Ballard putting all kinds of pressure on Jared Darling right now. And here comes Sean Williams with them 4 Mr. Feelgoods trying to not run these guys over. I think Sean's just going to stay out of it here. He's a lap down at this point. So there's no sense in him getting up there in the middle of this. There's a hairy moment lap ago, though. Coming to 15 to go left in this race. Looks like we're going to have back-to-back winners over this 11th season here in SR. Bobby Zielinski won the first one and right currently leading this one. And he's pretty much led the whole night. Jared's led a little bit, but it's just a fraction of the race at this point. Zielinski's showing the muscle again tonight. The defending champ is making a statement early in this 11th season.
Yep, and he has got about a 1.1 second lead right now over Ariotti. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, which it's rare we see Bobby make a mistake, but it can happen. Maybe bidding to pass a lap car or something like that. You know, mistakes can happen, but we're seeing something happening out there. It looks like Bobby's going to cruise to an easy victory. Ducharme still hanging on to third. That's a pretty good comeback because he was way back there. Man, he was clear back in like 18th there one time, Scott. Oh,
Yeah, he's
somebody,
done
I
a
just
great
seen
job of referring.
smoke. Somebody smoking. Who's that?
Might blew it
Oh,
up.
Lawler.
Man.
Michael Lawler blew her up.
Barbecue's on Lawler tonight.
Yep.
Or he is the barbecue.
Sounds like he's just barely going to make it to pit road, possibly.
Yeah, he'll make it back. He's down off there.
Yeah, that thing sounds. It
Tough
sounds
night
like.
for old Michael.
Yep, he hung in there. I mean, I'm proud of him, man. He's got a top 20 there. He may not finish there because he'll probably get passed up by Josh Robin. But
He
still,
drove that thing as long as it would last.
heck yeah. That's got to account for something.
Looks like he's going to finish just in the 20.
Yeah, but I think
20th.
Josh Robin's going to get by him because
Josh is turning laps.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might. He's got a lot of laps to make it.
Well, he's only.
Depends on how fast he's going.
Yeah, he's only 11 laps down. So, and he's got 12 laps to go. So, yeah, he'll pass him up. Yeah, he'll pass him here in a few laps. He is
a big old track like this. Yeah, he'll be able to manage it.
Yeah, he's only 6 laps behind Lawler, so he's got plenty of time.
So it looks like Michael will finish 21st and not 20th.
21st. Yeah, Cody Miller won't get to him. Uh-oh. Josh Robin. Something happened to his car.
We're wrecking. Delonta Ballard's going to hit the inside pit wall, entrance wall. Wow, hit it hard, too.
Oh,
and
no.
he just disconnected. No caution. There was some contact there.
Dang.
Going back here to take a look to see what exactly happened here. It looks like, he got in the wall. And I don't think Sean Williams actually touched him. Delonta just got in the wall coming off 4. And if Sean did hit him, it was because Delonta got in the wall and then come down across the front of him. So it wasn't anything Sean did. That's what I was talking about earlier, Rudy. Delonta has these great runs, and something like that happens late in these races consistently. He's got the old Galen Gidman syndrome, where Galen was in that funk for a long time, and it took him a while to break out of it. Delonta's currently in that old Gidman funk.
Well, you know, I'm gonna say this. I think it's an attribute to the races being so long. I think fatigue starts setting in, and you kind of get a little relaxed. You know, you're antsy. You want to get up out of your
stay focused.
Yeah, it's hard to stay focused. You know, you're bored. You know, because it's so long of a race. You know, that's why I always said,
yeah, that can happen.
If you can't decide a race in 50 or 60 laps, you might want to think about taking up checkers.
No, I like the long races. There's a lot of us that do like longer. The longer, the better, in my opinion. I love them 500 milers that we had. That was just such awesome racing.
Yeah, but it's too long.
Yeah, it's long as hell, but it's, you know, when it's over and you get a good finish out of it, you just kind of replay the whole race in your head, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm just one of those guys that prefer the longer races. That's why Top Fuel's races are all 200 miles and longer. Even the road courses, they're at least 130 miles or longer, so I like to make them a little longer just to test the endurance of the drivers. Also, it lets you know who practiced and who didn't.
Peck is closing up on David Schutt. I don't know if there's enough time left for him to get there, but he is closing that gap. He's maybe catching them by a tenth or so here and there, but he's a little faster in the turns than David Schutt is.
I tell you what, a lot of these guys are wanting to see a caution right now. 'Cause we got 7 laps to go, and we'd get a nice little shootout if we could get one here in the next lap or so. But they're getting to that window where if they get a caution, it will end under caution.
Josh Schwartz just got loose, and Lachlan McMillan is going to take advantage of that. Wow, he just passed him right up. Josh got loose coming out of turn 4. But it was a good save because that could have been bad. It would have took both of them out because Lachlan was right up his tailpipe. Ariotti now 1.6 seconds behind Bobby Zielinski.
Yep, it'll be 5 to go next time by. So they're running out of time. You're going to need a miracle at this point because they get a caution at this point. It ends under caution, so that's not going to bail them out.
Yep, and Tyler
They need Zielinski to blow a tire, which we haven't seen in a long time, Rudy, but we have seen that. We have seen people blow tires.
Yep.
Which it don't happen often, but you know, me and Rudy are the witness to it happening on a couple of these broadcasts. So it was pretty damn odd when it happened, but we have seen it happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
I personally think it should happen more to replicate racing in these categories more often. You know, it should be seen more.
Random, just random. Pow! You know, just got a bad tire.
I can see some people being upset with that deal, though, if they did do that.
But that's what that's what happens in real life. You know, nobody they get a tire cut down, and they didn't even know they didn't even hit anything. You know, a tire
they were
come apart.
In the IndyCar race on Saturday night, the Penske cars were pitting early by the end of the race because they knew their tires were blistering, and you don't want to take a chance on having a tire just blow apart on an IndyCar at Texas. You know, it might be the end of the dude's life. So, yeah, the Penske cars, Newgarden was pitting early at the end. And I've never really seen that in IndyCar, not in a long time anyway.
Well, Peck's taking a look here on the outside of David Schutt. Schutt was extremely loose coming off of 4 that time. I think Peck's going to get him here. Now he's taking a look at the inside. Yeah, I think he's going to get Schutt. I think Schutt's just burnt them tires right off of that thing.
Either way, it's going to be a hell of a run for David Schutt, who started the 5th. If it's 4th or 5th, it ain't going to matter. But he's got guys that are closing in behind him, but all them guys are laps down, so they're not going to make a difference.
Right, yeah. Connor Anton's about 3 seconds behind these guys, so he's not, I don't think Schutt's in any danger of losing any more positions, so he'll be looking at the top 5 for sure. But this race ain't over. I'll tell you what, these two are having it out right now. They're duking it out on Auto Club tonight.
Yeah, they are. Coming to 2 to go.
There, he finally got by him. Wow, that was getting kind of intense right there. Two to go for Bobby Zielinski.
I'll take 2nd place tonight, Rudy.
He's going to lead 62 laps when this race is over. That's a pretty dominating performance.
Yeah, that's the champ making a statement saying, I'm here to defend my title.
Man.
Like you said, it's a question if he'll be here on a regular basis or not, if he will defend that. But I think when you start the season with 2 wins, you know, it's going to kind of motivate you to show up for the rest of them.
Ariotti close, but no cigar. 1.9 seconds behind him.
Coming to the white flag.
And Tyler Ducharme in 3rd, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3 for these guys. And 1 more to go for Bobby Zielinski. 1 more.
White flag, nice and smooth.
Maybe if a bear ran out on the track at point, maybe that helped him a little bit. That might slow him down. Give him some damage if he hit a bear.
All right, 2 more turns for Bobby Zielinski. He's on the backstretch here, about halfway down through. Into turn 3.
I can see Peter calling me tomorrow because I just made that statement. Wrong number, wrong number.
And off of turn 4, at the flag, it's going to be Bobby Zielinski winning at California tonight for SRA, the MS Awareness Gen 6 Series. Congratulations goes to Bobby Zielinski. All right. Good job, Bobby.
Ariati comes home second. Tyler Ducharme rounds out the podium in third. Alex Peck fourth. And David Shudd, who started 25th. He was the biggest mover of the race, and he rounds out your top 5 here tonight at the club.
All right, well, we'll get a word in with Tyler Ducharme first. Tyler, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy.
Wow, you took a heck of a shot there earlier with 2 tires, and you hung right with them guys, man. Man, that was amazing how you did that.
Yeah, ever since I didn't get a chance to try it. I was trying to run NIS on Saturday to see how it worked, but I didn't get a chance to, and I figured, 8 laps on tires, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to try it. I'm stuck in like 7th, and so I tried it there, and it seemed to work. I could stay right with Zelensky and Ari and Jared slipped up, and I got the 3rd, and I could catch him, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, we stayed up there, and it obviously worked because we went from 6th to 3rd, so we obviously improved our position, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, that you needed that too, because at one time there we seen you were way back in like 17th or 18th. Now you picked off quite a few positions after other drivers pitted and everything, but you got caught back up, and then you did that 2-tire change, and man, that put you right up to the front of the field. That was pretty amazing, and it gave you some points, some very valuable bonus points. So I can't remember where you finished last week. Where did you finish last week?
It was like 7th, 8th. I mean, it was decent.
Yeah, so, this is definitely going to help you out in the points right here, for making up for that 7th or 8th place from last week. Well, the race out here, only 3 cautions tonight. What did you think of the racing? How'd everybody go? Pretty respectful out there on the track?
I mean, it was a really good race. I thought, you could run the top. I mean, you couldn't run the top, but you could run the middle and try and arc it to the bottom. I mean, there was so many different ways you could make the corners. It was pretty cool. I mean, you could race against somebody and just try and set them up. Everyone was, for the most part, was respectful. I mean, there was a couple of times where I got run into a little bit and had a little moment in the grass, but you'll have that. But other than that, no, I got no complaints. I think the guys over here have done a great job ever since I come back. It's really cleaned up.
Very good, very good. All right, well, anybody you want to thank for your 3rd place?
I got to thank our main sponsor here on the hood, Sim Racing Authority, Showtime Motorsports for all they do and giving me a great car to bring to the track every week. Elwood Design for the great paint scheme. Matt Simpson for all the support. And you guys for doing the broadcast, and Bobby Cheney and Matt Simpson for running the league.
Okay, all right. Well, congrats on your 3rd place, Tyler, and we'll talk to you next week.
10-4, Rudy.
Dot.
Double A, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, I got the shot.
Hey, Ariati, you started 7th tonight off that 30th place finish last week. You got to be feeling great with the 2nd place finish tonight to bounce back here in the 2nd race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's obviously not what I wanted exactly, but definitely what I did need. Especially after I should have gotten at worst a 3rd place finish last night, and I definitely didn't want to do that tonight. I thought I had a chance there, but yeah, I'm not getting complained about 2nd place at all. It's definitely a good finish. Something we needed tonight.
Well, tell us a little bit about your race tonight. How'd it go out there for you? It was a pretty clean race all in all. You guys only had 3 cautions tonight, and pretty much the whole last 3 quarters of the race were run under green flag conditions. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, kind of got lucky when Delonte got into Kyle there, and then that accident. I just happened to be in a pretty good spot there. It was on the inside before I'm not sure, I can't remember what happened, but someone got hit, and anyway, yeah, I later on towards the second half of the race there, after I gotten past Jared, there was a little while where I was actually catching up to Bobby there, and I actually thought I had a good chance, and then with maybe 10-15 laps to go before we needed the pit, he just pulled away and just saved his tires more. That's the thing about like racing these DWC series drivers. They're so consistent, and it takes a lot for you not to screw up, because they're just so consistent, and it's just hard to catch them, so I'm not gonna complain at all. It was a good finish, something I definitely needed. So this
It's
at the beginning of the
hack.
season.
I'm kidding. I just got to pick on Bobby.
Well, I mean, he's not unbeatable like
Yeah,
some of the
no.
guys that I've raced before, but I mean, he putts. I mean, every DWC series driver I've come up against, that's the thing about it. They're just so consistent, and that's the thing. It's just so hard to gain on them because they're not robots, but they're pretty close to it.
Well,
He did a hell of a job tonight, finishing second place. Go ahead,
I
Rudy.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got to say this one thing. Is about Bobby Zielinski. Being we're on the subject of that. I can remember a couple of seasons ago him saying that he was tired of finishing consistently second or third, and that he was going to turn that around. And I'll tell you what, he sure has, and done it in style. Man, he's just turned into like twice the racer that he was about 2 or 3 seasons ago.
That is true. It's I don't know if it's just the competitiveness here in this series, or if he just decided to, I don't know, buckle down and just test and do as much as he could offline. But yeah, he's one of the drivers who's just gotten exponentially like better since he started racing with us here. But yeah, props to him for sure. I, on the other hand, would definitely love to finish second every race in the season. If it means I'll have a chance to get in first there, then yeah, I've got no problem finishing second. Still up until the last race of the season, anyway.
How you feeling about going into Vegas next week? Is that one of your better tracks?
It used to be up until we got the new surface model. I don't know what happened, but that used to be one of my better tracks. But ever since we got the new surface model with the different lanes, it's just I've not been the best there. But I'll go into it looking for a top 10, hoping for a top 5 at least. That's a plan anyway.
All right, brother. Well, I wish you the best of luck next week in LV. You got anybody you want to thank tonight for this great performance you put on here in SoCal tonight?
I got to thank all the guys at Goodyear for not really.
Actually, that's funny. That's funny you said that because we were making a joke at the end of the race about Zielinski blowing a tire. That was the only way you guys were going to catch him in the last 5 laps. So.
That'd be something if iRacing can implement that into the racing. Yeah, that'd be something. But
that's what we were talking about.
I got to thank you guys for broadcasting. All the viewers, I hope you enjoyed the show. All the drivers that showed up tonight, 30 plus, or I think 30 on the dot. So I love seeing the numbers. I mean, I know it's the beginning of the season, but I love seeing all the numbers. So I appreciate all the admins tonight. Gable, Delante, I think Randy, I'm not sure if he showed up tonight, but all the admins, all the drivers, everyone who puts these shows on Monday and Sunday. And I got to thank you guys for broadcasting again, Scott and Rudy.
All right, brother. Well, good luck next week in Vegas, and great job tonight on your second place finish, man.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Eric.
Rudy.
All right, Bobby Zielinski. Here we are back in victory lane again with you, Bobby.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now I know you heard what we said there, but you got to reflect back to that, 2 or 3 seasons ago. Do you remember that interview that night when I asked you about it? Because you were consistently finishing second, third every week.
I remember it more than one time, honestly, and it was about a year and some change ago when I just finish top 5 most of the time, but I'd just get beat by like guys like Ari or Marcus or Shelton or whoever, and I just couldn't figure out how to just get wins and stuff. And yeah, lots changed in a year. I mean, I always believed in myself and all, but it's just cool to see it happen. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, I'm gonna kind of attribute that to the drivers that you're racing with too. I mean, sure, they're great drivers too, but the clean racing that that you're not going to get. You can race side by side with somebody, as we've seen. Like last night. You're racing side by side, so close to one another, and knowing that driver, you can trust them, and that means a lot. And you've raced with these guys here for so long now, how each and every one of them drives. So I'm going to kind of relate a little bit to that. But a lot of it, Ari said it the best. You've exponentially kind of increased your skill level, your talent, your everything over the last 2 or 3 seasons. It's just been like off the chain.
I think it just comes down to like me just understanding racing more and driving more and all that, and understanding like just being just experience really. Because I started this league with practically no experience. I mean, I had starts in official like the year before I joined, but like I was always trying to get safety rating and stuff, so I was never really racing serious. But I joined this league and I had to like catch up to like a lot of these guys and experience and just learning what to do in certain situations and like adjust your driving in the middle of a race. If just try different things. So just going to these tracks multiple times, it just helps a ton. And then it didn't hurt that I'm racing some of the best on the service since I started in here in SRA, like Marcus and Kyle, Larry, and a bunch of others. So that all kind of goes into it, and yeah, just a lot of fun.
Well, now be honest about this, Bobby. I don't think I've ever asked you this before, but prior to a race, such as tonight, how much practicing do you do in that whole week that you've got, before the next race? Now, be honest.
Well, nowadays I don't, because I have, if I'm going to practice, I'm practicing for the Peak Antifreeze series.
Okay.
And that's a whole different ballgame because you're adjusting on a setup. So it's a lot more fun to practice for that because you're adjusting on the car and feeling different things. For SRA nowadays, I haven't practiced for SRAs in a long time just because, I just kind of race for fun now. And I've been to these tracks so many times with Fix that you come in and the warm-up is all you really need. It's a nice long warm-up, and, you see the times and you compare yourself, and the start of the race happens, you just keep feeling it out, and it goes well. So, yeah, the only races I practice for an SRA really are the road courses because, they're a lot harder. But so, yeah, that's pretty much it. I do pretty much all my practice now just for Peak because it's a whole other ball game over there, the setups and everything.
Well, you led 62 laps here tonight, brought home the victory. Definite dominant performance out there. You raced each other, very clean, and it was kind of disappointing you didn't get the pole, but all in all, you had
That's
a great
right.
race out there. Yeah, all you need to do is lead that last lap, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
As long as you lead that lap, you are the winner. No questions about it. A win's a win. So,
yep, doesn't matter where you start.
Jared did a great job of getting the pole. He got me by a tenth. So
yeah, that's quite a bit to get you by a tenth. That's he must have did his homework, man. He probably did a lot of practicing.
He's a good qualifier.
Yes, he is. Yes. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Bobby. Go celebrate that win, and we'll see you back next week. But anybody you want to give a thank you out to before you go?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone at Sim Racing Authority that makes this league happen season after season after season. Wouldn't be in Peak really without SRA to do and have a bunch of friends and meet Kyle and get on a team and all that going forever. Thanks to you guys for doing all the broadcasting up to the portal, and thanks to my sponsors, United Western Industries, New Age Metal Finishing, Virtual Racing School, and Elwood Designs, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Well, Bobby, you're getting quite the following in YouTube chat. I'll tell you what, man. I think you've picked up a lot of fans since I've been broadcasting. When you're in it, you picked up a lot of fans in chat, man. That's good.
That's always cool.
Yes, sir. So, all right, well, go celebrate, buddy, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's run down through the results here, Scott. Bobby Zielinski coming home with his second win of the season right here already. Second race, second win. So he brings home the win. Ariotti second. Tyler Ducharme, boy, good calculation on the pit strategy out there. Taking that two-tire change for track position really helped him out a lot. That caution fell at the perfect time, and he was up there in that top spot, and he just stayed there. So good job for him. Alex Peck in fourth. David Shutt fifth. Connor Anton sixth. Jared Darling seventh. Lachlan McMillan 8th, Joshua Schwartz in 9th, and Bobby Cheney 10th. Scott?
Brian Johnson finishes 11th, Jonathan Shipman 12th, James Coulibaly, is that how you say it?
Coulibaly,
I'm sorry. I'll get it. He finished 13th. Nicholas Caruso, the last of the cars on the lead lap, finished 14th. Jonathan Cogswell, first car lap down, finishes 15th. Sean Williams, 16th. Josh Medlock, 17th. Aaron Cummings, he finished the race 18th. Delonta Ballard, 19th. And Cody Miller rounds out the top 20.
Michael Lawler, 21st. Josh Robin, 22nd. Freddie De La Rosa out early, finishes 23rd. Jarrett Schwartz, 24th. Kyle Putz, 25th. Brian Wertman, 26th. Riley Wines, 27th. Anthony Emery, 28th. Kyle Trudel will finish 29th. Zach Hudson, 30th. Caleb Eisenhower, 31st. Cedric Hunter, 32nd. And I don't think Jeff Dotson even started the race. Or, matter of fact, I don't think any of them three did. So, but anyhow, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Bobby Zielinski for SRA MS Awareness Gen 6 Series. Thanks for watching tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Till next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.
And in honor of my man Adam West, same bat time, same bat channel.